Hello, beaners, Mexican fans as well, and black people, Asian fans. You're okay.
Okay, well.
What? They're okay. I just said that's something good.
You're all welcome. How about that? How about that, huh?
What about the Indian fans?
Welcome. Welcome, all of you.
Australian fans.
Welcome. Yep. Even those.
British fans.
Even those what? Dirty Aussies.
Yeah. No Kiwis, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you handled the virus well, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, I don't like that. Hey, son, talk about some world news since the last episode. Tell us what's going on.
Oh, man. If you want to see what's happening in the world by the time we shot this, just circle back around to last episode where we talked about the Along Came Polly recap, and you'd be like, wow, they're wearing the same exact clothes. Did they film those recaps back to back? Yes, we did.
Sometimes we get busy, too, guys.
Yeah.
And we have shit going on, and people do mushrooms, and schedules get changed.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? Schedules change, especially when mushrooms are involved.
Right.
But we got to get through the virus any way we can, and we're doing it the best way we can, and that is with psychedelic drugs.
Yep. We took psychedelic drugs after watching Gilbert Grape.
With our good bud, Mr. Ronald Taylor the Fourth.
Yep. Yeah. And then, I was supposed to watch it that night, but I wasn't going to get fucking high on shrooms and watch Gilbert Grape.
Whoa. Talk about a buzzkill.
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on. I think it would have been too much.
Did you finally watch it, though, bud?
I did watch it. It is.
When did you watch it?
Last night. It is so well acted.
Yeah.
It is incredibly
good acting.
Well acted.
The whole way around, too. The girl's good.
Girl's good. Everyone's good. Mom's good.
Mom's good. Oh, mom's really good.
DiCaprio is amazing.
Fat Mom?
Yeah. Fat Mom. That's the only one of the few things she's ever acted in. And
because she's a fat person.
I mean, well, DiCaprio and Depp said they were very, very. That was the first thing she's ever been in acting wise, and they said they were very, very impressed with her.
I mean, she held her own.
She did hold her own.
She held her own for sure. I like the little sisters.
The sisters were great. Mm-hmm. This is a little detail from the movie because the little sister is sort of like mean, and she has this edginess to her. Mm-hmm. And you realize so this takes place in '93.
Okay. Sister's
15 years old.
Okay.
When Gilbert is at the funeral, when Gilbert is sitting next to his father's grave, you see that his dad died in 1978. That's 15 years from 93. Meaning that the dad, the kid, never even doesn't have no conception of her father.
He hung himself. In her mind. That's all she knows.
That's all she knows. She can't even remember his face.
It's not like Gilbert and...
It's not Gilbert's the second youngest, right? So it's not like Gilbert has
and Arnie.
Yeah, Arnie and
no, Arnie's the
dad.
Arnie's the third.
Yeah.
She's the youngest.
She's the youngest. Arnie's the third, and then I forgot the older one's name.
Yeah, I forgot the older one's name too.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yes. There was the scene that made me I didn't cry, but there was a scene that made me smile, really couldn't stop myself from smiling, is when he comes back to the party and the older sister's mad at Gilbert.
Yeah.
And then they go, I don't know. And then she's like, where's Gilbert? And then she looks in the tree, and then she starts smiling and goes, I don't know where Gilbert is. And they start playing the game. And that made me smile.
That was a nice moment.
That was a good moment. That was a very good moment.
The mom dies right after that.
Yep. Yeah, that night.
Yeah,
because they're cleaning up for the party when she dies. Fucking wild. It's a classic drama. This is a drama. You know what I mean?
Did you feel Ron about the water tower and how he gets there so fast?
It's not as instant as it was made. As
of course, as I cut a lot of the fat off.
Yeah, it wasn't that instant. I could see how he got there. It's both times. But it is Ron's voice of just like, man, this is really white. I couldn't.
It's the whitest problems of all time.
Yeah.
But man, they're dark. They're dark white problems. It's the obesity and the suicide
and the infidelity,
and the depression.
And the small town.
Oh my God, the mentally challenged brother. I mean that.
Yeah.
Also, he's a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was sorry to cut you off, but he wasn't like he was regularly mentally challenged. He was like, or I guess not regular. Like Matthew. Matthew's my girlfriend's brother. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to be around him all day. Like he's cook for himself. He can do it. He's fine. Like whereas that one, you could tell with him. With Arnie,
he has to be watched.
Hands on, way more hands on, and that's a lot, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot more.
I just to go back on what I was saying. I couldn't help but think that kind of small town that still exists today It's like, man, whatever this pandemic is doing to them, I can't even imagine, like, economically. You know what I mean? It's just like...
Ooh. Or they're just open. I think a lot of small towns are open because, like, her uncle in Maine, everything's just open still because there's no cases.
Right. Oh, yeah, because it's hard to get there. But if it does get there, they're fucked.
Yeah. But I guess who's going there other than, I guess, when people finally start leaving the cities. Because eventually people are going to leave the cities.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to start happening soon. Yeah, but what was I saying? Yeah. It's Leo was unbelievable.
Leodor?
He is. I was thinking, right? Because it's like clearly, he's. You could definitely argue he's the best actor of his generation. You could definitely argue that, right? And there needs to be an act off. I want an act off. All right. So this is the plan. Leo. Like this is just for actors, no actors. I'm not talking about actors.
We're talking about good actors, right? So
we're talking about Leo. So these are the 5: Leo, Christian Bale,
obviously,
Tom Hanks, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, on him.
Denzel.
You want my opinion?
What? Just the 3?
You know who the 3 are.
Leo, Bale, Lewis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. We're talking about the best of the best, right?
Okay.
And is that a diss to Denzel or Tom? You tell me. Is it? Because I don't think so.
No, I think maybe underrating Tom and Denzel a little bit, but I think so. But okay, fine.
Oh, you agree? Do you agree with me?
Fine. We'll go Leo, Bale, Daniel Day-Lewis.
But do you agree with me? Those are the 3.
Yeah.
Of this generation.
Yeah, I can see how you.
As far as we're not talking about best movies or just talk about just them acting in the movie, just their acting. Take away the movie. Yeah, bro. Those are the 3.
Okay, so these 3. We get a scene from the Harriet Tubman movie. They all have to play Harriet Tubman. No blackface. They have to play Harriet Tubman. Whoever is the most convincing Tubman is the best actor of this generation.
Period.
Mm-hmm. And I think that is a fair battle.
Who do you think would win? First, second, third. Who do you think?
Fuck.
Because those lines in that movie are amazing. Especially when Harriet Tubman goes, slavery? I don't think so, cocksucker. She pulls out her shotgun. You know what Harriet Tubman did?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That movie doesn't make any sense. At one point, she's like riding a horse leading an army. And it's like, wait, what?
I think it goes Daniel Day-Lewis, Leo, Bale.
Whoa. I can't believe you just shit on Bale like that.
I'm not shitting on someone.
You just shit on him. No, someone does not have to come in third.
Yeah, it does. But I will say this. I think that's the most fair way to have an act off.
Well, yeah, the only way they could do it is that they do lines from Harriet.
Yeah, and whoever is the most convincing Tubman is the actor is the best actor of the generation.
I think we can all agree it wasn't the actress they got.
You know what's crazy is she's in that Steven the fucking short series that I really liked on HBO. The one I was telling you about, The Outsider.
Yeah,
she's amazing in that.
Well, I mean, she got an Oscar nom for Harriet.
Yeah, I mean, not having seen Harriet, but just having seen the scenes from that, it seems like the trailer, and then the scenes that they showed on the thing. It seems like, okay, y'all were like, oh no, we have to get a black movie in here. You know how the Oscar sometimes does that.
I just don't get why Harriet Tubman's beautiful. That makes no sense. We've all seen pictures of this bitch. And none of them are you like, bro, Harriet Tubman like an 8.
Yeah.
Because the woman they got to play her is a 10, and then she like made herself an 8.
Yeah.
As if we're going to be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, this beautiful woman is Harriet Tubman.
Oh my God.
I mean, this might be rude to say, but hey, Harriet Tubman is not an 8 name even.
No, let me say this. Also, Leonardo DiCaprio looks more like Harriet Tubman than the actress they got to play Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By far. And that's no blackface. I'm talking about just being like, hey, Leo, can you play Harriet Tubman? I bet he'd be like, man, I can do that shit.
Yeah.
I seen that man fucking fight a bear.
Well, he didn't really fight a bear. He got fucked up by a bear. I don't think he fought it.
What do you mean?
Oh,
he won, dude.
He killed it, yeah.
The bear died.
The bear died. You're right.
He crawled away. Yo, that nigga crawled the whole country.
Oh, man. I was thinking about The Revenant, too, while I was watching this. Because I was like, because we know the real story.
I know.
Yeah, and I think the real story, because they gave us the Hollywood ending of he kills.
Tom Hardy, and they have a great fight scene at the end, and
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
Hollywood. And that's okay,
It's
whatever.
very Hollywood. But what really happens in the real thing is that Hugh Glass, the real Hugh Glass, because this is a true story.
Yeah, it makes it
which
awesome.
is fucking crazy. The real Hugh Glass is like, I'm going to kill Tom Hardy's character, but Tom Hardy's character joins the military, and Hugh Glass is like, well, I'm not going to kill a military man. And Tom Hardy's character, in real life, stays in the military forever.
Because he told him in real life, he said, if you ever get out of the military, I'm going to kill you.
And I think that would have been a great ending to the movie if you just see Tom Hardy in the military and then Leo just wherever he goes, just watching him.
Yep.
That would have been
much better. I mean, I'm not. It would have been a much better ending, and that's not saying that the ending was bad. I liked the fight scene with Tom Hardy. It was a good fight scene, but this ending's way better. It's like, oh man, it's not what you want.
Yeah.
And that's how movies should be.
Yeah.
It should be not what you want sometimes. But it's also crazy to see that little retarded boy grew up into that bear fighting racist.
Yeah, what a
Range.
What a great career. I mean, it's just I was watching him like, man, this guy could always do everything acting wise.
Yeah.
He was so believable as Arnie.
In that act off, it goes. I mean, because hey, bro. I mean, I love Bale. I love Daniel Day, but the best actor of this generation is Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
He goes Leo, Bale, Daniel Day, and I'm only saying that because they take more roles. And I know Daniel Day, the argument would be like, oh, but his are better. I disagree. Like, I disagree. I wouldn't say, like, I disagree. I think Bale's stuff and Bale and Daniel are a little more close, but Leonardo leaves them all in the dust, in my opinion. He just, all of his movies. All the movies and then all of his roles in the movies are insane. And the consistency of how big and good the movies are. That's like where it's like, and he's the reason.
Well, the only thing we can do
There's only one way.
Is put the act off out in the universe.
Yep.
And hopefully one day, through the power of the beans, we can make this happen.
It's all about, it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
It's all up to you motherfuckers.
We need to push this act off. We really
and thanks
do.
for all the love. You guys have been sending so much love lately, and it's very nice, and we very much appreciate it. And I'd make love to all of you if I could. And I hope my voice does it for you when I sing to you and blow you kisses.
Okay. I'm uncomfortable with this energy,
But
thank you guys. And
hey guys, send Hassan love. He needs it most.
Yes.
Everybody send Hassan all the power of the beans. Send Hassan the heart emoji, and that way we'll know we sent you. Only problem is he won't see this for a long time.
Yeah.
This episode doesn't come out for a while.
A couple weeks. But we'll see in a bit with the movie you came for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're excited. Titties.
Beaners. This is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's
Yeah.
how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at Spoil the Beans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us from
Poston, Sanamad.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
So I told the pickle, get out of my ass or I'll kill you. Anyway, we're back. Hey, Beaners. I was telling Hassan a funny story about my mom. How you doing, bud?
Concerned?
Hey, that's a good feeling. Hassan, do you like football players?
I do like football players.
Do you like football season?
I do like football season.
You like fantasy football?
I love fantasy football.
Well, that has nothing to do with Darren Bates, but he plays football.
Hey, DARENBATES, Darren Bates.
I wonder if he plays fantasy football.
Yeah.
Darren, let us know.
Yeah, actually, do you, Darren? Is that how many football players actually play fantasy football?
Yeah, actually, Darren, we'd like to know both of those statistics. Do you play fantasy football, and or do any of your friends play it?
You almost got that out there, buddy.
I worked on it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell. But for the rest of you guys, follow DARENBATES, Darren Bates. That's Wesleyan_son56.
He will be the football player.
Yes, tell him the Beans sent you.
Say the Beans sent me.
Yep. I don't know if you can type that last part out,
You
but
can
just
try.
just do the beans part for sure.
You could
Or
try
you
at
can
least.
voice record the bean sent me. Bop, bop, bop. You could do that.
Definitely do that part.
Yeah.
That part.
That part.
That part.
That part.
That part. That part. That part. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Man, we're all about that TikTok right now.
Dude, if you're not on TikTok, if you're not ticking and talking, what the fuck are you doing with your days? Honestly, let us know because I could use some extra things to do. Son.
Yep.
Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
You didn't say yes or no. You just said, what's up?
That's a yes.
Is that a yes?
Oh, that's a yes.
Okay. Well, would you mind telling me what you particularly think might happen in the film you have not seen, Sausage Party?
Man, I remember seeing the trailer for this somewhere in theaters and being like, "That's a funny concept." So what? These grocery store items, are super excited to be picked because they think they're going off to some great place, you know. And you see like a group of like I think it's like carrots or shit get picked. And then, you know, they're so excited and they go back to their human's house and then they see what happens to them and they get eaten and it's horrifying. And one of the carrots is able to slip away and he goes back to the grocery store and warns their friends. And now it becomes like a prison break situation. We need to get out of this grocery store before the terrible things happen to us. So, you know, your main character is like Seth Rogen, who I think is a hot dog. Someone's a hot dog in this and there's a bun in this, which is definitely some sort of sexual thing going on there. And they try to get out, but there is this group of food in the grocery store that's like, no, they're like a cult. Like, this is our destiny. We have to get eaten. And so they have to navigate that, and they don't know who is part of this like food cult.
That's fun.
And they're trying to get out of the situation, and they get out, but you know, they maybe lose a couple not as important friends on the way, you know,
that's sad.
like a Jay Baruchel dies or something like that.
Oh, Jay Baruchel, like, and he's like a lettuce ball.
Yeah, something like that. And that's Sausage Party.
Oh man. As always, you got maybe Seth Rogen's in it.
Okay.
You got Seth Rogen's in it, and there's food.
Yes, and it's a grocery store.
Yep. And you know from the trailer that they get eaten.
And it's like a horrifying experience for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
That was an unbelievably funny trailer.
Oh my god, I can't believe you didn't see it.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. But it was an unbelievably funny trailer. The only trailer to me that was funnier in recent memory was
Zootopia.
The Zootopia trailer. Yep, damn, you were right there. It was just the sloth scene.
Of course, everybody remembers
that.
that.
Amazing trailer.
That was very funny.
Yep.
Son. You want to see Sausage Party?
Yes, let's do it.
We'll just cut it on. We can go watch it.
No, I'd rather, we're here.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I got the camera all started.
You did do all, and he set it up.
Yep.
Well, we see a grocery store called Shopwell's.
Okay.
Right? Lots empty. It's early in the morning. Somebody gets there. They cut all the lights on, like a guy who works there. He's a weird-looking dude. Customers start coming in. You see some hot dogs, and they wake up. They're like waking up. And somebody's like, Carl, oh my God, the song's about to start. Oh my God, the song. And somebody goes, Frank. And they wake up Frank, and Frank is Seth Rogen. Okay. And they're like, Frank, you can't miss the song. Barry, wake up. And there's this little short kind of hot dog in the pack, and it's Michael Cera.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And they're like, Barry, you're going to miss the song. And Barry's like, oh my God, what a great way. I love the song. What a great way to let the gods know how we feel about the great beyond. Take it away, Korn. Yeah, Korn. Sing that shit, Korn. Yeah. And then you see a Korn with like nice hair goes, dear gods, you're so divine in each and every way. To you we pray. And then other animals, other food. Dear gods, we look to you for nothing but love. And then he's like, take us to the great beyond where we're sure nothing bad happens to food. Take us to the great beyond. Take us to the great beyond. We are so super sure nothing shitty is waiting for us there. We see a mustard, honey mustard. He gets picked up by a human. And he's like, I've been chosen. I'm out, bitches. On to the great beyond. Woo! And then you hear like back to the song. It's like, everyone is fucking stupid who doesn't think like us.
Okay.
We see like British tea.
Okay.
Singing like their version, and then like soy sauce, and it's all Asian looking.
Yeah.
They're singing their version. And then you see some like sauerkraut, and they're singing like, we will exterminate the juice. You see all the juice, like, what the fuck? And then like they go to the sausages. In here we keep our wieners in the packages. It really sucks, but that's. And then you see like some buns going, but that's how our buns stay fresh and warm when out. Like they sing some more shit and like, because when out the door it's not a sin, then we let you slip it in. In other words, we finally get to fucking. We cannot overstate how nothing bad will happen in the great beyond. And the colors get real bland. Yeah. And then like it's like back to like normal.
Okay.
People just shopping like normal. Mm-hmm. It was only the fruit and the food singing all excited looking, right? So we see Frank and he's in his package and he's like, man, it's red, white, and blue day tomorrow. Finally, red, white, and blue day. All the sausages get chosen on red, white, and blue day.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
And some other sausages start making fun of the Michael Cera sausage about how he's short and deformed. Mm-hmm. And how he's a smaller wiener and no bun's ever going to want him inside of him because he's so small.
Hilarious.
And they go, Barry. And they're like, but Frank is like, Barry, it doesn't make a difference if you're weird or not. All right? You're girthy. Women like girth. That's what it's really about. And he's like, thanks, Frank. Man, you're the best. You're the best friend in the world. He's like, no problem, buddy. I love you. So cut to, they're talking about the Dark Lord. They're like, oh, no, the Dark Lord's coming. Everybody be good. The Dark Lord's coming. And it's like the nerd who works there. And he's a shitty looking dude. Yeah. And he comes up to him and he grabs like some expired weenies. And they're like, no. And he grabs them and he's like, stupid, fuck you, weenies. He throws them in the trash. You're like, I hate this fucking job. And then you see him walk off.
Fair.
So Frank starts complaining about like, man, you guys ever wonder sometimes if the gods are like bullshit? They're like, why would you say that, Frank? What do you mean by that? He's like, I don't know. Just every once in a while, I just wish there was some kind of proof, like real proof, right? And then Jonah Hill's like, man, what more proof do you need than those buns right over there? Come on, ladies. Jonah Hill is the Carl wiener. So there's a Carl sausage, a little Barry sausage, and then a Frank sausage.
Okay.
All right, Jonah Hill's like, work it, girls. Yeah. And then, like some of the girls are like laughing. And then you see one bun start talking shit to him. And that bun's Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, Carl, who the hell's going to ever let you inside of him? What? I bet you probably like Jackrabbit and then blow your load too early, right, ladies? And some of the girls are laughing. And then the Jonah Hill wiener's like looking at her like, man, fuck this bitch, right? And then she keeps talking shit. And then she's like, I mean, honestly, put your hand up if you would ever let Carl inside of you. And then one girl's like, Trish, put your fucking hand down. You're embarrassing me. I'm making a fucking point right now. So, and then you see, cut back to the Jonah Hill hot dog. And he's like, hey, Frank, I hate to say this, and I don't know if it's the nicest thing to say, but your girlfriend is a fucking cunt. And Frank's like, oh, come on, man. Shut up, dude. Well, I just don't understand, Frank. Who would want to be with one bun? Look, dude, I believe in monogamy. I'm a one bun man.
God, there is like the level of like the deep psychological mindfuck it would be to these sentient buns that like at the end of the day, they don't even get to choose who goes inside of them.
Yeah.
That is like, whoa.
Pretty fucking dark.
Arranged marriage.
Yeah, I guess you just really want a bun inside you.
Yeah.
You just want a hot dog inside you.
Well, it's like, well, they're dating, right?
They're dating. They're dating.
They're dating, right? But they don't get to choose if they fuck.
No.
Which is like,
can
you imagine if humans were like that? Can you fucking imagine? Well, I guess, there's a generation of Indian people that can. But other than that.
Also, all the pun options in this movie are so.
Monogamy and
you have a million pun availabilities at your hands.
This is such a drug-made movie.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's talking to the Kristen Wiig bun, right, about how they belong together and how he can't wait to get in there and just raw dog. And she's like, "Ooh, you know, I've never opened up before. I mean, look how tight I am." And she's like playing with her, like her bun opening. And then he's like, "Ooh, how about we just touch the tips?" And she's like, "I mean, nothing bad can happen if we touch the tips, right?" He's like, "It's just the fingertips." And they stick their hands out their packages and they touch each other's fingertips. And it's like, "Ooh, ooh, Frank. Oh, Brenda. Oh, yeah. Oh," and then it fades out on that.
Okay.
All right. So remember the guy early in the beginning of the song who bought the honey mustard?
Right.
So the honey mustard, he comes back, that guy, and he's like, "Hey, I meant to get regular mustard. I bought honey mustard. Do you mind if I change it back?" And the guy's like, "I don't give a shit." So he walks back and he puts the honey mustard down. The honey mustard's like this.
So that's how they get news. Okay.
Honey mustard is Danny McBride, by the way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they're like, "Hey, oh my God, honey mustard, you're back. How was it? Don't fucking touch me. Catch up, get your fucking hands off me. You dumb red piece of shit." I don't know why I thought that. Bro, when he called him a dumb red piece of shit. Like, that's so funny.
Well, he went through Nam.
Oh, dude. He's the only one alive.
Yeah.
Does he say the wrong flavor?
Does he say the words that you weren't there, man?
Oh, yeah, he definitely says you weren't there.
Okay.
Not yet, but he says it.
Okay.
So he say, "In the great beyond, you die. You die, you big red shit." Oh, he keeps cussing at the ketchup.
Yeah.
He goes, so right then a bottle of like alcohol shows up, fire water. And it goes, it's like Indian. And he goes, "So, you have learned the truth. Keep it to yourself or I'll kill you in your sleep." And then he disappears. And he's like, and then the honey mustard's like, "Did you see that?" And everyone's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh my God, nobody's seeing what I'm seeing. I'm fucked up, man. I'm fucked up." Yeah, he's going through it.
Yeah.
So right then, a woman with a real fat ass walks by.
Okay.
Real fat ass. And she grabs the wieners. That's Frank and all the guys.
Right.
And they're like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. We've been chosen." Barry's like, "Oh my God, my heart is racing. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been chosen by a God." And then Barry looks at Brenda. He's like, "Please God, choose Brenda. Please God, please God, please God." And then she chooses the Brenda buns.
Okay.
And they're like, "Yeah, we've all been chosen together." And then all the food is super happy and they're all celebrating. And you see a douche walking around. You know, like a douche?
Okay.
Like a douche that cleans
Yeah, like
vaginas?
an actual douche.
The douche is voiced by Nick Kroll.
Okay.
And the douche is like, "Bro, this beat is fucking sick, bro." Because there's like a beat. And then a beat next to him goes, "I'm actually fine. I'm not talking to you, beat." "Hey, Chips, man, you know I would never fucking disrespect you, bro." And he's talking to a bag of chips. "But you look fucking disgusting, bro. You gotta fucking hit the gym like me, dog." And he walks up to some girls and he starts like, "Hey, what's up, fucking nice tits? What about you, banana titties? You like you?" And then one girl's like, "What the fuck are you?" "What do you mean, what the fuck am I? I'm a fucking douche, bro." "I've been waiting for so fucking long to get in a motherfucker. But look at her. I'm gonna be douching that shit up, bro." And you see the lady in her like fat ass and fat pussy.
Yeah.
So right then she grabs the honey mustard. All right, the same honey mustard, right?
Right.
And he's like, no, what the fuck? You're all celebrating your doom. Do you not realize what this is all bullshit? And then Frank's like, "Dude, are you okay? It's all a lie, man. It's a fucking lie. I'm not going back, bro." And they're like, "Hey," Frank's like, "Hey, what are you talking about? What are you saying?" And the honey mustard's like, "They're all jacking off in our faces. All the gods, they're just jacking off. They're taking their dicks in their hands and just coming all over our eyes and our faces until our eyes are so cum covered we can't even see anything." And Frank's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, Jesus.
And then he's like, "But they're not going to get honey mustard twice."
How does alcohol know the truth? Anyways, we'll find that later. All right.
"You're not getting honey mustard twice. Fuck you, world." He jumps off the cart. Frank jumps out his package and grabs that nigga. Like, "What are you doing, man? Are you crazy?" Carl and Barry are like, "Oh my God, should we help Frank?" And they're like, they both are too pussy to go help him.
Right.
So Brenda's like, "Oh, you bitches." And she jumps out of her package to help him as well. So she grabs Frank.
Right.
And then Honey Mustard's like, "Let me go, you fucking dumbass sausage. You don't know the truth, man. You have no idea what's coming for you." And then he's like, "Man, what are you saying? What are you talking about, Honey Mustard?" "Talk to Firewater. He has the proof." And this nigga falls to his death.
Damn, he dies already?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Danny McBride. No, I wanted him to be around.
He saw the truth, bro. He had to
saw
go.
the truth, he had to go. Oh.
So right then, a cart, as that happens, as he falls back, another cart bumps into their cart.
Right.
All the food goes flying. So food goes flying around the cart. Some food goes flying off the thing,
right,
including Brenda and some of the weenies and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
when they land, it looks like the war scene from Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Or like 1970, any war, just like that classic, like, and there's flour everywhere because the flour bag busted and died, so there's flour everywhere. Everyone's fucked up. Like the douche's nozzle's fucked up, and he's like, bro. A can is like picking up its insides and trying to put like the ravioli back inside. A banana's face falls off. Oh no, it's way funnier.
I know.
Oreo picks up like its back half. Brenda's like, as Sausage is looking at all this, Brenda grabs Frank and is like, move your fucking ass, Frank. They start running, right? Because the cart starts moving again. As they're running, the douche is like, come on, fucking Chips. You gotta fucking run, bro. And the Chips gets like, poof, like smashed by the cart, right? But they jump out the way. The lady gets to the front, and it it was like a war zone shot. It's back up to her, and she's all casual. She's like, hey, so I dropped some stuff in the aisle, like 2 aisles back. And the guy's like, fuck.
Oh, the nerdy guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they show her, like, she buys her stuff, and they leave, and it's Barry and, Carl. They're still in they're with her.
Cart, yeah.
And then Barry's sad. Oh, my God, Frank, what about Frank? No, right? And then she leaves. As she's leaving, the douche is like, no, don't leave me, bro. I was supposed to get in that. And then the door closes. They leave.
Oof.
So he turns, and he's all pissed, and he sees Brenda and the Sausage, and he's like, you motherfuckers, you ruined my chance to be with the gods. I was supposed to get in that, bro. And then right then, Frank's like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you gonna fucking come at us with this shit? I mean, look at Peanut Butter's wife look at Peanut Butter. His wife is dead. And they show Peanut Butter.
And jelly.
And a glass of jelly is like smashed on the floor. And he's like, I'm gonna fix it. As he's trying to get all the
Oh my God. That's so sad.
That's so dark.
That's so dark.
I'm gonna fix it.
Oh, God. God damn.
The douche is like, now I gotta kick your fucking ass, bro. And right as he's about to beat up them up, he gets swept up by the nerdy guy. No! And they dump him in the trash. So Frank, like, they roll out the way and like hide. And Frank looks at Brenda and he's like, I can't believe you saved me. You came out your package for me. And she was like, well, Frank, there's no great beyond without you. And they kind of smile.
Aw.
Right? Frank's like, look, I got to learn what Honey Mustard was talking about. She's like, no, what are you talking about? He was crazy. He wasn't even making sense. He's like, I have to. Right then, they look over and they see a bagel and a lavash arguing.
Lavash?
Lavash is like it's like something brown people eat, bro. Like your people, like the shit that you dump in shit you put like hummus on and shit.
Okay.
But it's called a lavash.
Okay.
All right. But it's that kind of pita looking shit.
Okay.
And the bagel is extremely Jewish and the lavash is extremely Middle Eastern. And they're fighting.
Okay.
All right, this is your fault. No, this is your fault, And then they go, hey, how are you? Hey guys, who are you? And then the bagel's like, I'm Sammy Bagel Jr. And he goes, I'm Kareem Abdul Lavash. And I'm supposed to be in the great beyond right now with 77 extra virgin olive oil waiting for me. And then Brendan's like, look, maybe all we got to do is get back in the package, get back to our aisle, and figure this out, and we'll be fine. And they're like, you're right. All right, let's climb up and see where we're at.
Right.
All right, so they start climbing up, okay? Cut back to the douche. He's in the trash can now, like outside, like with all the trash and shit. He's all fucked up. His noddle's broken. He's got a big bad cut. He's leaking juice everywhere. And he's looking at himself in the mirror, and he's like, what God would let you in, bro? You can't even fucking squirt. What kind of God would let you in them? I have no purpose. I have no fucking purpose, bro. I'm nothing. And he looks over and he sees like a juice box all fucked up, right?
Right.
And the juice box is like, help me. And he's like, oh shit, what's up, little juice box? Dang, you're fucked up, bro. Look at your little dingle. And he's like, the juice box has a cut like right where his dick would be.
Okay.
Right? And he goes, light bulb. And he grabs the little juice box, and the juice box is like, what are you doing? If you fucking tell anyone about this, I'll just deny it, bro. And he starts sucking like the juice box dick, like getting the juice out of him. And the juice is like, stop, please, stop. This is next level shit, dude. I'm fucking juicing up, bro. And he starts getting buffer and like crazy looking. Yeah. And he's like, I'm a full-on fucking juice head now, bro.
This is a crazy character.
And he takes the sticker off the juice box and he slaps it on his cut. I got a new purpose now, bro. He looks in the camera. Revenge. That's the villain of this movie, by the way.
It's a douchebag. Yeah.
Isn't it, bro? He kills this shit,
Right. Do they sell douches at
food
grocery
places?
stores?
Dude, I gotta look that up.
You know, I want to say that they don't, but I've never looked for one. So
I've never
I don't
needed
know.
one. I don't know. I did not know the douche aisle.
Yeah, maybe with one of those grocery stores with pharmacies. You know,
I have to say,
right?
I have to say that's what it is.
Right, but I feel like even as a little kid, like as a teenage boy, someone would be like, "Hey, you want to see the douchebags?"
Oh, I definitely would. You say douchebags. It's just so funny.
Yeah,
it's just a douche.
Yeah.
No bag. So the Lavash is complaining to the bagel about how they don't have the rightful claim to their aisle.
Okay.
And the bagel is like, "Are you kidding me? What do you mean they displaced us? You guys displaced us. I mean, they tried to put us next to the barbecue section, for God's sakes." Very racist.
That's crazy.
And then they're arguing, and then they look at Frank and Brenda. And they're like, "Frank and Brenda, will you guys weigh in on this argument?" And the Lavash is like, "Right, who has proper claim to the aisle?" And then they both turn around. They're like, "Isn't there room on the aisle for both of you? It's a pretty big aisle." And then they look at each other and they're like, "Ah! Coexist? Are you fucking stupid?" Jewish and Middle Eastern people, you guys are silly billies.
Yeah. Well, Israel, Palestine, baby. Even in Sasha's party, you can't escape it.
So they get to the top of the aisle, right? And they see.
I used to have that joke, remember?
What?
The Pass Me the Rock.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the Pass Me the Rock. How's it go?
Man, I haven't said it in at least 5 years.
So now's the time to say it, brother.
Yeah.
Go!
Something like I was on the court with my friend, and I was like, "Yo, pass me the rock," because we're playing this game of Israel versus Palestine.
Yeah.
It's this weird game where
nobody
wins and everyone's wrong.
Everyone's wrong. I remember that joke. Oh, God. So they get to the top of the aisle, and they see where the firewater is, right? And it's the alcohol aisle. And there's a huge party going on. Like, everyone's out their packages, and they're turning the fuck up, right? And they walk up to the firewater cave, and it's got smoke coming out of it. And Brenda's like, "Yo, we need to leave and stop pissing the gods off. They don't like this shit. Like, this is why everything's going bad." He goes, "I'll be out in 5 minutes. Just stay right here." She's like, "Oh, be fast." So he goes in, and he sees the firewater doing like a chief dance. Like, and he goes, "Hey, how are you?" And he goes, "I am the original inhabitant of this land. Firewater. This used to be a pristine isle until we were driven out by a bunch of goddamn crackers." And then Frank goes, "Oh, yeah, the crackers do have a nice aisle." And he tells him everything that Honey Mustard told him, like what's going to really happen in the great beyond. He's like, "Is that what really happens?" And he goes, "If you want to know what really happens in the great beyond." By the way, the chief firewater is Bill Hader.
Okay.
"Look deep in the bag of wonderment." And he holds up a bag. And he's like, "Whoa." He's like, "All right, I'm looking in it." He's like, "Look deeper." Like, "Okay, I'm pretty deep." "Look deeper." "All right." And then they bag him up, and you hear some voices go, "What do we do with him? He knows too much. We gotta fucking kill this prick." And he's like, "Oh my God!" And then you hear a little voice go, "No, if we kill him, we're no better than the gods." And then somebody's like, "Oh, you're right." And they take off the bag. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? Who are you guys?" "We are the non-perishables, motherfucker." "I'm Firewater. This is Twinkie." "And this is Grits." And you see the Grits, and the Grits goes, "They call me Mr. Grits." And it's Craig Robinson.
Okay.
And he goes, and Mr. Grits starts going off about, "Fuck all these crackers. The goddamn crackers took our aisle too, those sons of bitches." And Firewater is like, "Look, we're tired of the lies. You know, like, if you want to learn the truth, we'll tell you. But first, we got to smoke this good shit." And they pull out a bunch of weed, bro. All right? So cut back to the bagel and the Lavash are telling Brenda, they're like, "Yo, it's been 55 minutes. He ditched you, honey. He ain't coming back." And she's like, "He didn't leave. He couldn't leave. Me and Frank we're special. I mean, we touched tips." "We touched tips. We touched tips." And then the fucking Lavash is like, "You are a revolting whore." And that's why he left you. So right then, a drunk Jose tequila bottle shows up, right? And he's like, "Hello, senor. Are you a bun traveling with a sausage?" And she's like, yes. "Have you seen Frank? Do you know where he is?" And he's like, "Yes, I have seen him. Come with me. I take you to him." And then he's laughing like, "Huh?" And they're like, "Oh, thank you. We really appreciate this." He goes, "Yes, I am to be trusted." And they walk off with the Jose tequila, right?
Yeah.
So they get all the way to the Mexican aisle, and it's salsa and all the guacamole shit over there.
Yeah.
And they go inside a little bar, and he's like, "Don't move a muscle. I'll be right back." And he laughs. We see a taco upstairs, and it's like a taco, and she's praying. And then she looks down, and she sees the bun, and she's like, "Ay, Dios mío." Right, towards the bun. And she's like, "She's beautiful." And she goes up to the bun, and she goes, "Hello, my name is Marisa del Taco. And we must leave and hide now." And they leave and hide, and right then tequila comes back, and he's like, "No, no!" And the tacos, like the bun and them are like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Shh, El Duce is coming." El Duce, right then, you see the douche come in. "Where's he at, bro? Tequila, you said they were gonna fucking be here. Spill the beans." And then right then a can of beans is like, "Okay, not you, beans. I'm not fucking talking to you." "I'm fucking all juiced up, bro. You got me excited and they're not here. You know what, Jose? Come here." And Jose's like, "I don't want to." "Come here, Jose. I'm not going to do anything fucked up to you, bro. Just fucking come here." And he gets there and he smashes the shit out of him. And the bartender's like, "No way, Jose." "Yes way, Jose, bro." And he fucking drinks that nigga. Right. And he gets bigger and more fucked up. Right? And he goes, "You guys better find that sausage or that bun or everybody's going to be dealing with me." You see the tacos sneaking them out.
Right.
All right. Is this not the highest movie you've ever heard of in your life?
This is insane.
Because it's like, bro, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The storylines like make sense.
The world is the world.
They did a very good job of living in this world.
Yeah.
Of like, we're gonna live in this world.
Yeah.
So you see the hot dog Frank, he's getting high as shit, right? And he's like, "Finally, tell me what happened." And they go, "Okay, the thing about the great beyond is we invented it." And they go, "What?" Like that. Frank's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, as soon as we leave, they kill us. We know that." He goes, "Well," "Why does that happen?" He goes, "It makes the humans stronger. Every year they grow bigger, stronger, fatter. But before us, everyone knew the truth." And oh, how they screamed. And you see like a cutaway to like all the shit screaming as it's getting picked up. "It was a living nightmare. So we, the non-perishables, came up with a story of the great beyond. And it made everybody eventually start going out the doors happy instead of shitting themselves." And then he's like, "Whoa, so you wrote the song?" "I can't take full credit for the song. I wrote the beat. Twinks here wrote the lyrics." And it had a great hook, and everyone accepted it. But after years, the aisle started slowly changing my lyrics and making it to fit their own benefit. And now every morning I'm like, "Man, what the fuck are they talking about?" Like this part, did you hear this morning when the guy was talking about exterminating the juice? Yeah. I fucking love juice. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. No one's gonna even talk about that? Yeah. The fuck is going on? And then Frank's like, "So you telling me my friends Carl and Barry, they're dead?" And he's like, "Yep. Everyone who leaves this place is fucking dead." And he goes, "No, I have to tell everyone. No one will believe you." He's like, "Well, I mean, do you guys have any proof?" And they go, "You want proof, sausage? Go to beyond the ice aisle. You will see. But once you see, that shit will fuck you up for life, bro." And he's like, okay. Cut back to, we see the house with the fat lady.
Okay.
Pussy.
Okay.
All right. And she's like scratching her pussy. She's like, "Oh, I needed that douche." Because she's a dirty whore. Also, I don't think that's what, like, what? You needed the douche, so you're pushing. Wait, what is going on with this lady?
I don't know what grocery store this is at and what's happening. Yeah.
So Barry's all sad that he didn't save Frank.
Right.
And Carl's telling him, like, "Look, dude, you got to let that shit go." And he's like, "I'm a coward. I'll never forgive myself." And Carl's like, "Hey, you got to forget about it, man. Just be happy. Ignore your feelings. We're in the great beyond, baby. This is it. Let's see a smile. Come on, smile." And Barry like smiles a little bit. He's like, "There you go." And Barry's like, "You're right. We're in the great beyond." And then she opens up the wiener packages and like dumps them all out. And they're like, "Oh my God, it's beautiful. I'm crying." And they're all like so excited. And they're like, "Oh, we're all free. I can't believe this is heaven." And she picks up a potato. And they're like, "Way to go, potato. Woo, you're doing it." And she starts bathing him. He's like, "I'm being bathed by a god." And the potato's like, "Woo, Danny boy, the pipes are calling." And then she peels him. "What the fuck? Jesus, you fucking whore! You whore!" And then she like peels the fuck out of him. And then she drops that nigga in boiling hot water.
Yeah.
All the other animals food is like, "What the fuck, nigga?"
And yeah, he's screaming.
Screaming, bro. She starts slicing bread as the bread screams. She starts grinding up cheese and like puts it on chips and then microwaves it. And you see the melted cheese and the chips are like, "Ah! Ah!" She opens up a bag of baby carrots,
Yeah.
and the baby carrot's like, for the love of shit, run for your life!
Oh, yeah.
And these like 3 little baby carrots try to run,
Yeah.
and it cuts to her perspective, and it's just 3
rolling.
carrots rolling.
Yeah.
And she catches them motherfuckers and eats them. And then Jonah Hill's like, children! They're eating fucking children! Run! So him and Barry run to the window, right? And they're like, jump. All right, buddy, on the count of 3. 3, 2, and Barry's like, wait, what did you say? Wait, what are you saying, Carl? And then you see a knife come through Carl and slice that nigga in half as he falls back into like a boiling thing of water. And Barry's like, no, Carl, no. And then she goes to stab him. And he's like, my dear sweet Carl, this can't be how it ends. And he falls out the window.
So Barry gets away.
Barry's still alive.
Barry gets away. Okay.
Cut back to the bun.
Damn, Jonah Hill died.
Jonah Hill's dead.
Crazy.
It's crazy when you know who they are.
Crazy.
So the bun is complaining to the taco about how she's a dirty whore. This is Kristen Wiig, and how that's why God is punishing them and all because her and
touch tips.
Her and Frank touch tips. They touch tips. That's good.
They say it every time?
She sings it every time. She's
Okay.
so funny. Kristen Wiig's funny as hell, bro.
That's funny.
So the taco says how the gods are always watching, but don't worry, I'm gonna get you home. When I saw you, I felt a tingling inside my taco. And then she's like, I also see myself in you. And the bun is like, yeah, I get that. I mean, you kind of are me, just, like sideways. Right then the douche comes up like, a taco, a whiny donut, a floppy things no one knows what the fuck it is, and a bagel. Okay, so, and then right then Queso shows up and it's like, yes? Queso, that's a fucking stretch and you know it, bro.
That's his whole bit. He keeps on saying.
And then I think he'll be like, yes.
Yeah.
Right? I told you, brother, forever, the little jokes you can do on food. So right then the bun rips his juice sticker off. Like, right? And he's like, bro! And they take off running, right? He puts it back on. They run through a tight crevice. They're like, the bun can't get through. And the lavash is like, you fat woman, you fat whore. And they're trying to pull it through. And then they finally pull it through last second, right? And the douche is like, God damn it, because he can't get through. And then they start walking, and the taco stares at the bun's ass. And he's like, I promise to be a good taco.
Who plays the taco?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm going to guess. Let's see.
You want me to look it up?
I'm looking. I already got it right here.
Oh, I didn't even.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yo, of
Salma
course.
Hayek?
Yep.
Who plays the bagel and the lavash?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So, you see Barry, cut to Barry, he's running through the actual streets now of the city, all right? And he's like, oh, my God, I'm all alone. Oh, fuck, this is what I get for being a fucking big pussy. Oh, man, I'm such a loser. And then he runs up and he's like, oh, another sausage. Sir, excuse me. I'm a fellow sausage. Can I help you? And it's just a turd on the street. And like... He's like, oh, it's like a zombie, like, He's like, oh my God. And then he runs and he sees a condom on the ground. And the condom's like, I begged them to stop, but he went inside me and sploosh. And he's like, oh my God, the gods feel no remorse. And he hides and he starts crying. And he's like, as he's hiding and crying, a guy drops a bag in front of him. And it says Shopwell on the side.
Right.
It's like a grocery bag. And he's like, my home. And you cut the camera zooms up, and you see it's like 2 dudes talking, and it's actually just a dude buying bath salts.
Oh wow, okay.
It's like, man, people said that. He's like, the drug dealer's like, yo, this shit really fucks you up, man. Be careful. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm trying to see God. He said some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So Barry runs, and he catches the guy, like as they're leaving, he catches the guy's shoelace, the guy who has the Shopwell bag, and he's like, fuck it, take me home, right? And they take, like, he drives off with him.
Right.
Okay. Cut back to our boy Frank is looking for Brenda. Brenda! And he finally sees her. And she's like, Frank! Brenda! Oh, my God. And she's like, you won't believe I was attacked by a giant douche. And she's like, oh, my God, are you okay? He's like, yeah. He's like, where have you been? And he's like, honey, I found out major shit. The great beyond is fake. The gods just eat us. And she's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, but apparently there's proof beyond the ice aisle. Let's go. Come on, we got to go. And she's like, no, Frank, none of that's true. The gods are clearly just pissed at us because we touched tips. He's like, no, Brenda, I that's not the truth. Let's go find out the real truth. And she's like, I can't do that. And he's like, well, how can you believe something without proof? And she's like, what do you mean? How come you all of a sudden just need like actual proof now to believe anything? Why can't I just have a feeling?
That's a deep discussion a little bit. Yeah.
And then he's like, look, because I think it's all bullshit. And they start arguing over whether the great beyond is real or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, well, if you leave, just know I'm not with you anymore. Maybe I'll go find an eggplant to fix myself up with. And he's like, an eggplant? It would tear you in half. It wouldn't even fit inside you. And she's like, maybe that's what I want. Or a huge giant tube of toothpaste. Now you're just trying to hurt my feelings. And they start fighting more and more. And then she's like, I can't believe I got it on my package for you, but you won't get in one for me. And he's like, Brenda. And then Brenda and all the other food, they walk off. And they leave Frank by himself.
Right.
So
Frank, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, you got to do what you got to do,
You
Frank.
got to do what you got to do.
You got to find out the truth, bro.
Yeah.
So the song starts playing that. I would do anything for love. You never heard that song?
No, I've heard. Yeah.
Okay, you were looking at me. I was like, wow, you've really never heard that song?
No,
Like,
I've heard the
commercial?
song, but I'm very curious as to where this is going.
I would do anything for love. And he's walking through the cold, like the frozen food aisle.
Right.
I would do anything for love, but I won't
do that. And you never know what that is.
No, I won't do that. I would do anything for love. And he starts running because he's running through the cold aisle, and at the end of it, he sees an eggplant, and it's about to fuck the shit out of Brenda. I would do anything for love. I would do anything for love. And then he gets there, and it was just nothing.
Okay.
And he starts crying, but I won't do that.
You know, if you're mad at the gods, if you think the gods are mad at you for being a whore, then you probably shouldn't fuck an eggplant.
Well, she didn't.
Oh, but you know what I'm saying? When she was like, maybe I'll fuck an eggplant, maybe I'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well.
You're saying that to hurt him.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. What kind of threat is that, too?
No, that's because you don't get it? An eggplant?
No, I get it.
Big dick black guy?
I know, I get it.
So black guy is a sign.
No.
There's this old saying.
I get it.
Do you get it?
I get it. But that's what I would say to her. It's like, oh, okay, you think the gods are pissed at us for touching tits, but you want to fuck an eggplant?
If it makes you mad.
Well, it did make him mad.
You've never been in love.
She's in his head. She's definitely in his head.
So Barry gets inside the guy's place, right? And it's filthy. It's gross. And he's like super fat and like gross. And the dude, like that one song starts being like doom, 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 chaka, doom, 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 doom. The Reservoir Dogs song.
Okay.
Doom, doom. That's playing, right? And he looks at the bath salts and the guy's like, well, everyone said don't do this, but fuck everyone. And this nigga injects bath salts like heroin, dog.
Jesus.
Doom, 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 doom. And it's like this. Like,
does this take place in Florida?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because that's the most bro, that shit's like, damn, nigga, just do heroin.
Yeah.
Right? Am I crazy?
That's the incident. Yeah, what happened? This is around the time when the guy ate that dude's face on bath salts?
Yeah, bath salts was a big deal at this time.
Yeah,
so it was like, I get the joke. It's like, oh, yeah, let's do bath salts.
Yeah.
Also, everyone told me not to do this, but fuck everyone.
What happened in your life, huh?
Oh, jeez, right?
Yeah.
So homeboy gets fucked up, right? And Barry crawls up on the table, and then he sees the hot dog, and then it turns into Barry. And the dude is like, what the fuck? And Barry's like, hello. And the guy's like, ah, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, my God, you're some kind of magical sausage. And he's like, no, I'm just Barry. And the guy's like, holy shit. He's like, you can understand me? And then right then the other food gets up. And he's like, oh, my God, look at you. All of you are alive. And then Barry's like, just breathe. And the guy starts freaking out. He's like, oh, my God, all of you have little gloves and little shoes on. Because they all have like little gloves and shoes.
They have hands and feet. Yeah.
And he goes, and then right then a pizza that's half eaten goes, I got no legs, you motherfucker! And he's like, oh my God, I ate so many of you. That was a fucking genocide, pretty much.
Jesus.
And they all
that dude's never going to eat food again.
Oh, God, never.
Yeah.
And they go, well, you stop fucking with us. And they go, okay. He's like, okay, I promise. I'll never fuck with you guys again. I'll just eat grass or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they go, and you got to take us home. And he's like, where's home? And they point to the shopping bag. And he's like, you got it. Whatever you want, food. And then this nigga, boom, passes out. So the bagel and the lavash are talking to each other. And they're talking about how they both know hummus.
Okay.
He's like, you know hummus? And he's like, yeah, I know hummus. It's like one of my best friends. And the bagel's like, hummus has been one of my best friends for years. Like, oh, hummus. And they start talking about how great hummus is. He's just some great guy. Hummus is just some super chill dude.
Yeah. Well, hummus goes with everybody.
You can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
So the taco, who is clearly gay.
Yeah.
This is clearly a gay taco.
Yeah, this is a lesbian taco.
Says how to the bun, like, hey, maybe Frank had some good points. you know. And then she's saying this as they get to the aisle where they all started, right? And she's like, but, you know, it's your life, your choices. And then but I guess this is goodbye to all of us. And they all hug. And she's like, well, Marissa Del Taco, I can't thank you enough. And then the taco's like, Brenda, I have feelings for you. In reality, I'm not a soft taco. I'm a hard, horny taco.
Well, that's the way to go, I guess.
Yeah,
What you mean?
That's a good line, I guess. I don't even know.
No, you didn't have to say anything. I don't know you felt you were needed to say something.
Yeah, I was just. Well, I said what I needed to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's like, if the rules were different, this is Brenda. If the rules were different, you know, if the rules were different, maybe things would be different. I mean, it's just me and you is not what the gods intended. But trust me, I understand the temptation, taco. I mean, stiff sausages, sexy tacos. Oh, God. But no. I'll never forget you, Taco. And she leaves crying, right?
Is this going to end in a giant orgy? That's
Taco's
what this feels
super
like.
sad.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So Barry, right then, they're looking at the human. They're like, how the fuck am I going to get out of the situation?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a robot voice go, maybe I can be of some assistance. And then Barry's like, who are you? I am H2 chromosome Y, H4 chromosome X, other two, otherwise known as gum. And you see a wheelchair like Stephen Hawking piece of gum roll up.
Okay.
For 20 years, I was stuck under the desk of a great scientist. But I can help us get to where we're going. The market that we're trying to get to is here, right? The journey will take us 9.8 minutes. So they wake up the dude, right? They're like, wake up, wake up. And when this nigga wakes, he's not tripping balls anymore. Like, he don't see him like that anymore.
Okay.
And he's like, man, tripping balls sure works up an appetite. And the gum goes, oh, shit, the effects have worn off. We are totally fucked. And this nigga grabs the chips and starts eating it. And then he grabs the sausage, and the sausage is like, help me, help me. Barry's like, help. Barry's like, help me. And this nigga boils water. And Barry's like, no, it can't end like this. It can't end like this. And this nigga drops him in the water. No! Camera fades out. So,
Oh, no, did Barry die?
So Frank,
There's no hope. This is all useless.
he gets to the end of the frozen food aisle. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of knives. He climbs up top all the knives. He gets to the top. There's a book, Beyond Great Cooking. It's like, what the fuck is this? He opens it up. It's just a cookbook.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck! Oh my God! And each page is like how you cook a different thing.
Yeah.
And just like, he's like, oh my God, they need to know. And he rips out a page, right?
Right.
So the lavash and the bagel get back to their aisles, and their aisles are just yelling at each other.
Right.
Like across
the way.
yelling.
Yeah.
And they go back up, and they're just like, everyone's saying really racist shit to him. Like, how did you spend time with that horrible fucking money-grubbing bagel? And the bagels are like, how did you spend time with that horrible Middle Eastern beaten wife woman lavash? This movie's racist.
This movie is so racist.
So funny.
So racist.
It's allowed because it's food.
And it's them.
Yep.
It's mostly loud because it's them.
And it's funny. If it wasn't funny, we wouldn't care.
People would be like, yeah, that's true.
People would have been like, this is not right. But it was funny. So people were like, I'm going to go see it again.
I was going to say, this is like one of those quote-unquote perfectly cancelable movies.
Oh, you can cancel the fuck out
Yeah,
this.
you have a white guy. You have white people playing all these, like
This is
Indian
Cancel City.
firewater. Yeah, this is Cancel City.
Oh, God, yeah. So Brenda opens up a different hot dog bun bag, and she, like, climbs in it, right? The douche keeps drinking shit, and he's getting more fucked up and more bigger. Frank, it's like a morning time. Frank gets on the mic, like, for the whole grocery store and, like, a TV. And he goes, I have to deliver a message. My name is Frank, and I'm a sausage with pretty big news. Everything we've been told is a lie. When we are chosen, we're chosen for death. And then he shows the picture.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, my God. And then everyone's like, this makes no sense. This is crazy. He goes, I have a plan. We'll run. We'll all get out of here. And then right then the ice cream in the freezers was like, but we'll melt. And he's like, oh, shit, I forgot about the ice cream. Well, okay, we can hide. And then it's like some shit that like needs to be hot. And he's like, hide where?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, fuck. All right, I didn't think about all this. And then like the one guy goes, we can't run. We can't hide. We can't stand up to him. We're basically, you're just telling us that we're fucked?
Yeah. It's like, oh, wow. I guess ignorance is bliss. Like,
I totally get why that's why the non-perishables did this, man.
Yeah.
There's no win here.
Yeah.
So people are like, well, just don't believe you. We're just not going to believe you, Frank. We're just going to believe that that's a nice theory. And Frank's like, this isn't a theory. It's fucking fact. And Hitler like, Hitler's like, the Hitler sauerkraut, you're being an insensitive, intolerant piece of shit right now. And then right there, the nerd dude opens up the store, right? Like he gets there and it's open. And the other food look at Corn. They're like, Corn, start the song. And then everybody's like, come on, Larry, start singing the song. And Corn's all nervous. And Frank's like, don't you dare fucking do it, Larry. And
What's Frank's end game right now, though?
Right?
Yeah.
And Corn's all like, he's like super scared.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, come on, Larry, sing. Larry, don't you fucking sing. Dear God, you're so divine in each and every way. To you we pray. You cut to, you see Frank like, no. And he starts running to Brenda to try to save her. Brenda gets picked up by some woman.
Right.
Right? And he's like, Brenda. And you see the lady like trying to like pretty much go to leave the store. He's like, he puts his head down and Frank's like, I lost. And then behind him you hear, doesn't mean you can't redeem yourself. He turns around. Barry? It's Barry.
How the fuck did he get back?
Barry, you're alive. How? And he goes, Barry's like, because the gods can be killed. And then right then, out of the little vent that he dropped it of, nigga, you see the head of the guy drop down.
What?
It's like blood coming out of him and everything.
Fuck?
Barry goes up to him. He's like, look at me. I'm a dead fucking stupid human.
How the fuck did he kill him?
And they go, he's like, how the fuck did you do this? He's like, well, and it goes back to, right, and it shows that he's like going to be dropped in the water, and this nigga missed the water.
Right.
Right? So he's on the floor. And Barry's like, oh my God. And this guy goes down to reach him, and when he does, he knocks off the hot water, and it spills on himself. And he's like, ah, fuck! And he runs into the wall, and when he runs into the wall, he falls, and on top of his wall is an axe, and that bitch falls. Boom! Cuts his head off. And Barry's like, it was actually pretty crazy.
Yeah. Pretty nuts. The dude kept an axe in his kitchen.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, he was doing bath salts, so he was clearly going through some stuff.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. You're right about that. So, but he goes, but they killed Carl. And he's like, no. And then Frank's like, well, I tried to tell them that it was all fake and that they eat us. They don't believe me. And he goes, because you called them stupid. You rubbed their beliefs in their face. You got to give them hope like you did me, Frank. And he goes, also, we're going to have a little help. And then right then you see the gum roll up. We can fight them back. How? And then the other food lifts up a huge bag of bath salts.
Okay.
And they're like, let's move, boys. So you see Brenda is now, she's like, I'm trying to get out of here. Frank, because she sees like Frank from far away.
Right.
She's like, Frank. And she's trying to get, and the other buns are like, will you stay in here, you crazy bitch? You're not ruining this for us.
Right.
The gods chose us. Right then you hear Barry go, prime the bath salts. And they load up a bunch of toothpicks and dip it in the bath salt shit. And then they like line back. They're like arrows pretty much. And they go, he's like, and then Barry's like, make it rain. And these niggas shoot these toothpicks at every human in the store.
Right.
They always get hit, right? And then nothing happens. The human's like, what the fuck? And they starts taking them out like, Jesus Christ, who did that?
Yeah. What asshole's doing this?
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, damn, this worked on the other humans. What the fuck? Right then, Frank notices the woman getting closer and closer to the door. And he's like, damn it, I got to go save her. And as he's like, he grabs the balloon and he's like, hopefully this works. And he like cuts it and it like shoots him all across the store.
Right.
And then it shoots him finally in front of the door. He locks that bitch. Like he locks the door. Bro, the lady who had the buns, the bath salts start kicking in.
Okay.
And now she sees everything. And she's like, ah! And this bitch runs full speed into the door. Bam! And it knocks her out. And then she's like, oh, shit. And then the lady wakes up and she grabs Frank and is like, you fucking sausage. And Frank's like, ah. And then Brenda's like, you bitch, get your hands off my sausage. And fucking smashes the woman's head on the floor.
Okay.
Very violently.
Okay. So
Like
they're about to
extremely
fuck
violently.
these humans up. Yeah.
And then they both get on camera and they go, we're going to fight these monsters. Let's not focus on our differences right now. Let's fucking just fight these humans. Let's band together. And right then the humans start eating them.
Right.
Because the humans are also all tripping balls. They're like, it's devil food. And they're just eating everything, right?
Yeah. So now they're seeing that the humans eat them.
Yeah. And you see a human about to eat Frank and Brenda. He's about to eat them. And then the Lavash and the Bagel start throwing shit at the human. And they go like, you fuck with them, you fuck with us. And then you see all the other foods start helping in on the fight. And bro, so there's this fat dude in one of the aisles.
Okay.
And they pin him down.
Okay.
And you see a Mentos and like a Coca-Cola talking. And the Coca-Cola's like, it's better to die of free candy than live in bondage. And the Mentos is like, you're right, sir. This is going to hurt. And he like opens himself up and all his Mentos drop in this dude's mouth. And then this Mentos dies. And then the Coke goes, 4 people, and jumps off into this nigga's mouth. And the nigga blows up. What the
Damn,
fuck,
they're
man?
fucking murdering
With
these people.
TikTok videos.
Yeah, these guys are fucking. This is insane.
Have you ever done that, by the way?
Coke and Mentos?
Yeah.
No.
I've always wanted to do it.
No. Yeah.
Not to put my mouth on it and suck it like a dick.
Yeah.
But just, to do it.
Just to do it. Yeah. I've never. You know why I've never done that? Because I've never liked Mentos as a mint. So the couple times I had them, I'm like, this is bad. And then I've always, why waste a good Coke?
I knew you were gonna say that because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
If I bought a nice 2-liter Coke, fresh,
Yeah. What the fuck am I gonna waste it
I'm
on
gonna waste
Mentos?
it on
Yeah.
mint, like just blowing it up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But then also, it's like have some fun, dude.
We used to in high school. What we used to do at lunchtime is they would sell like a $1 Pepsi thing, and we did this for like a week. But it was me and my friends would all stand in a circle, and we'd throw the Pepsi up in the air, and then they would land. And sometimes we would just soak a person, and that's what we do. And you'd have to go through 6th and 7th period just covered in soda.
That's awesome.
That was
Very
a lot
boyish thing to do.
of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I don't think girls are doing that.
No, I don't think girls are doing that. One time we threw a Pepsi on a roof, and it stayed there for 4 months, and we saw all the different colors it changed to,
That's
and we're
cool.
like, I can't believe we put that shit in our bodies.
Have you ever egged a house?
No, never egged a house.
That's pretty turned up too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've egged a lot of houses.
Ooh, the adrenaline rush must
Yeah.
be like
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That shit is fun. You ever TP'd somebody?
Yes.
That's fun too.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I never did a house, but I did a different school's gymnasium. Mumford High School. Hey, Mumford High School, that was me.
How many rolls of TP?
Oh, so I was with my brother and his friends, and they went to Craigmont, which is a different school,
Right.
And we were there for like, I think a football game or a basketball game. And we're at Mumford High School, and we're there with my dad and stuff, and then we like snuck off to
Right.
like go to the concession stand or whatever. And then we went into the gym, and there's nobody there, but the door was unlocked. And in the gym, there were like 5 or 6 rolls of toilet paper, like the big industry rolls.
Okay.
And we went nuts.
So how much were you able to cover?
Oh, the whole floor, through the net so many times, through the rafters so many times. Oh, we fucked that up. That was in Mumford High School. And I'm assuming 1998 or 99, maybe between 99 and the year 2001, that was me.
Okay, wow.
Whenever that happened to y'all.
That's awesome.
That was Derek Poston and Cornelius Poston
That's awesome.
and friends.
That's awesome.
That one was fun.
That
Because
is
it was a
pretty
high
good.
school, it was a different high school, so it's like, this is fun.
Mhm.
This is like really bad.
I
And somebody's going to get here the next day and be like, mother.
fuck, I have to clean this
fucker.
up. Yeah, I remember as so my freshman year. So they were senior pranks at my school, but my freshman year was the last year they did that. And for whatever reason, it just sort of it never kept going. The tradition sort of died. But the senior, and it's because their prank was so unbelievably stupid, right? So we all had assigned lockers. And we come, and the seniors had put locks on every single one's locker. And I remember sitting there with my friends in front of our lockers being like, damn, they spent all this money on locks.
So, my first thought was, damn, that's like a couple grand.
Yeah, and that was our first thought, too. It was like, this was a terrible prank because they're all just going to get cut down.
Yeah, it's like they cut them off so easy.
Yeah.
So easy they cut these off.
And then there was no more senior pranks after that.
But that was a terrible one.
Yeah, we didn't do that. I know the next year didn't do that. It just that was a genuinely I remember sitting there like, this is stupid.
TP something.
This is stupid. And
Egg
especially 'cause,
something.
Like there were so many legendary ones you heard about. Like one year they put a teacher's car in the pool.
Things like that.
Yeah. But no.
You just spent a lot of money.
You just spent a lot of money for no reason. For no
You just
reason.
spent a lot of money and like caused like 20 minutes of work.
Yeah, and all the freshmen thought you were retarded. Like
Yeah.
no one was like, that was a good one.
No, I'd have just been like, oh, wow, all the seniors are dumb.
Yeah.
Or not funny, which is probably worse than being dumb. So,
Who agreed to this?
God, that's so much money. Who paid for this?
Ah.
Who they scamming to pay for this?
I know, right?
So they're fucking humans up.
Okay.
And they go, get the Dark Lord, which is the nerdy guy who works there. And the douche walks up to the Dark Lord, and he goes, well, you're not what I was looking for, bro, but a hole is a hole. And then right then the guy grabs a gun and points it at the douche. Like, what the fuck, man? Be cool, bro. Just chill. We want the same thing. We can collaborate, bro. just relax. And he crawls up this nigga's pants, and the guy's like, what are you doing? Ah! And he goes up that nigga's ass. Now stand up. And he grabs his balls and like makes him stand up. And the guy's like, oh my God.
He's like ratatouilleing him.
Yeah, but from his balls and his asshole.
Yeah.
The most vicious ratatouille of all time.
The reverse ratatouille.
Oh, that's the reverse touille?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The reverse ratatouille.
The reverse ratatouille, nigga.
Yeah.
Don't do that movie. Because it is not as fun.
Dark.
It's a dark version.
Yeah.
So he's controlling his body, right? The food, this nigga starts shooting food.
Okay.
I'm a fucking god now, bros. And the food starts trying to fight him and shit. Barry notices, like a little Barry hot dog notices propane tanks, and he goes and starts working on those. Frank, he goes up and gets the douche right, but the douche grabs him, and he holds him up, and the douche is like, I relish the fact you mustered the strength to catch up to me, bro. Yo, he didn't kill that?
That's well done. That's well done.
I mean, I relish the fact you mustered the strength to catch up to me, bro. Pretty fucking good.
I'm just imagining the news articles after this. Florida community on bath salts destroys grocery store.
Oh yeah, and everybody, and this is everybody in America. Yep.
Yeah.
You just keep. You don't even open it. You just go. Yep.
Sounds like Florida.
So, thank you all our Florida listeners, by the way. Mm-hmm. You're fucking retarded, and we love you. So, he right then, like he grabs the sausage and he holds him up close and he bites a fucking huge piece out of him. And he goes, I'm a fucking god now, bro. I'm eating food now too. Ah! And then he points the gun at him. And then right then you hear Barry go, perhaps I can be of assistance. And then he shoots like the fucking propane tank at that nigga. And the propane tank hits the fucking weird dude, flies him out of the sky, like out of the building. And then this nigga blows up.
Nice.
As his organs fall back down into like, it's like very dark.
Yeah.
Like you see eyeballs and liver and heart and shit.
Good God.
Oh, this nigga died.
Yeah. Well,
died.
they're killing people.
Oh, so many people.
Yeah.
So you see like literally like they're all celebrating. It's over. We won. We fucking did it. And you see dead humans everywhere.
Yeah.
Dead. Like some of these niggas are like their bodies are in the freezers. It's fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
So Brendan and Frank, and they looking over the store and they hold hands and they go, what do you want to do? And she's like, well, it involves more than just the tips. Just the tips. And they lay down and then slow music starts playing. Everyone's watching them. And then everyone, right then the Lavash, as they're watching them, the Lavash grabs the bagel. And he's like, the bagel's like, what are you doing? Kiss me. Kiss me hard on the mouth. And the bagel's like, you want to kiss me, motherfucker? Well, then do it. And the they start making out. The Lavash and the bagel.
Okay.
The taco, who was watching them fuck, joins in and starts eating the bun's pussy as well. She's like, oh, it's dinner time. And then the other dudes are jerking off to them. And then everyone's watching and everybody looks like the firewater and all that shit. And they're like, you thinking what I'm thinking? And then they all start fucking and having a huge gay sex orgy.
Okay.
I guess not get bisexual.
This is just an orgy, baby. Everyone's fucking. Everyone's sucking.
Everyone's fucking. Everyone's sucking. All of it's food. So Barry, like as that happened, Barry sees like a bent up, like a smush kind of bun, and he walks over and he's like, "Oh, your bun's smushed. I'm so sorry." And she's all shy, and he's like, "You know, I got smushed as well." And she looks at him, and then they start fucking. You see the grits fucking the shit out of the crackers. You fucking crackers! You motherfucking crackers! All the fruits fucking each other. The bagels eating the Lavash's ass. Frank's pulling pearls out of Brenda's ass. The bagels licking the balls as Barry comes inside a bunch of buns. It's the most crazy, intense orgy scene you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's so graphic.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
I remember the movie theater being like, he did this shit, bro.
Yeah,
they
they must have
paid
been
money
laughing.
to animate this shit. Oh, bro, I can't imagine animating that.
Yeah,
watching that, like being animated, laughing your ass high.
Yeah, pearls out of the ass.
Out of a bun? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So Frank and Brenda hold hands, and they're like, "I love you. I love you too." And then Barry goes, "Hey, everybody, come with me." Firewater says he has something to show us, and they get to Firewater, and Firewater gives them all props for accomplishing the impossible. But he goes, "But now, we need to learn the real truth. We are not real at all." And they're like, "What?" And then Firewater goes, while I was tripping balls here with Gum has learned the truth." And Gum goes, "It's all an illusion. We have puppet masters from another dimension who really control us. We are something called cartoons." And everybody's like, and he goes, Frank, you are actually a chubby actor by the name of Seth Rogen. And then you see a picture of Seth Rogen. And then they go, whereas you, Bagel, you are the voice of a more celebrated actor, Mr. Edward Norton.
Really? Crazy.
That's a better reveal to give it to you at the end.
Okay.
The Bagel was Edward Norton the whole time.
Okay, wild.
And then the Bagel goes, Edward Norton? Who would give that kid a stupid, dumb, fucking gay name like that? It'd be a dumb fucking parent to name his fucking kid that. Like, damn, Edward Norton doesn't like his name.
Yeah, he went in hard on himself.
And right then you hear the gum go, I have invented something to travel to their dimension, and we will finally cut the strings once and for all. And they walk into the other dimension holding hands. Sausage party. They set up a sequel.
That's funny. That's wild. First of all, wild. I could have just ended with the orgy. That would have been hilarious, too.
Bro, I like that they ended it with, because the movie did so well.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of movie where you're like, I don't have to do a motherfucking
sequel,
but we'll leave the option.
We'll leave the option. Who plays the Lavash?
So the Lavash is David Krumholtz.
Okay.
You know who that is?
Yeah, there used to be a show called Numbers. He was the main character.
He's been in a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm. He's also in Harold and Kumar, I think.
Paul Rudd was the manager. Fuck you fucking weenies.
Okay.
That was Paul Rudd. Craig Robinson was Mr. Grits. Danny McBride was Honey Mustard. Nick Kroll's the douche. Anders Holm was one of the Anders.
From Workaholics.
Was one of the sausages
Sausages.
that picks on Barry in the beginning of the movie, like saying he's a weird, like little deformed sausage.
Yeah.
Selma Hayek was a taco. Bill Hader was Firewater. The drug addict, druggy guy, was James Franco. Michael Cera was Barry.
Okay. Who was the gum?
And the gum was, it doesn't say.
Okay.
It doesn't say who the gum was. Now I'm fucking curious.
Stephen Hawking. They actually got real Stephen Hawking.
Maybe.
No, definitely not maybe. I'm curious. All right.
I'm curious, though.
Let's see. Oh, is this our time? Our internet has gone? Okay.
Scott Underwood.
Never heard of him.
Don't know who that is.
Well, that explains why
he wasn't in the wiki credits.
He wasn't in the wiki credits, yep. That explains a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, man, but Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg produced this, wrote this.
Yep.
Fucking badass brothers, bro.
Crazy.
Those some
crazy.
badass boys right there.
Well, this one will be a fun one to watch.
Oh, dude, you should love this, man.
Yeah, this one's going to be a fun one to watch.
I'm trying to see who directed it. Interesting.
Christopher Nolan. Who directed it?
Oh, wow. Same director who directed Shrek 2.
Oh, okay. So some funny movies. So he does funny movies.
Oh, yeah, I mean.
What's his name?
Conrad Vernon and Greg Tierman.
Okay.
Those are the two directors. The Greg guy, he's done some other stuff, but not like, I mean, the other guy directed Shrek fucking 2.
Yeah, Shrek 2. That's pretty impressive.
What'd you think of the movie, buddy?
I mean, it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad I finally got to see it. I remember the trailer was so memorable.
Trailer's very memorable, yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a good silly goose time.
Silly goose too, and I'm excited.
Hell yeah, brother. It was fun telling it to you. Beaners, we have guests now. We have so many surprises coming. We love you. We do it for you.
Later, guys.